oleme just lõpetamas siin ajakirjanike sümpoosiumi rahvusvahelise jahiorganisatsiooni raames ja ma kõnelen Marc de Beaufort'ga, kes on kommunikatsioonistrateeg ja kes töötab üle maailma kõikide telekanalite ja väljaannete juures. Hi Marc. I heard in this symposium that you are working on a concept named Nature's Keeper. Is it a movement or is it a project? Can you tell us some words about this?
No, at the moment, it's a strategy that we want to use to make people understand the potential consequences of hunting. And I think being in Estonia, I have been incredibly impressed with the way that Estonia as a nation worked together to come up with a solution that involves hunting, the environment, farmers' concerns. And I think you have an example which is unique. I have not seen it anywhere else. And I think that it is always a pleasure when you learn so much from the experience of a country.
Yes. And this Nature's Keeper, what you're doing, we are expected to see some TV series in Netflix quite soon. Is it true?
Yes. And of course, we are starting production. But I think that one of the stories we want to tell is your story. I think that Estonia has an extraordinary story. We all understand that Estonia is a small nation. But in a way, the example they have given to the world is a very powerful example. What Estonia had to go through to achieve independence and to separate themselves from the Soviet Union is powerful. And how you're trying to deal with your problems, your own problems, through dialogue and through debate is even more powerful. So I think that when the series goes into production, we will definitely want to make the case of the wolf and how that wolf became a symbol of how Estonians can come together for the benefit not only of the environment but also of humankind is a very powerful example.
Oh, thanks. And these nature keepers all over the world, who are they?
I think that we want to call it nature keepers because around the world it's very, very different from Estonia. I think, yes, we all understand that the idea of killing a wild animal can create emotions, usually negative emotions. Any killing is bad. But when that killing is put into the context of the benefits for the community, because we know that there are conflicts between the community and wild animals, when that killing is put in the context of work towards conservation, when that killing can also become, when that animal can become a symbol of national pride, I think it's not the only lesson, but it's one of the most powerful lessons that Estonia can give. So Nature's Keepers will be a series that will start being broadcast next year, but we're looking for that kind of story where we prove to people that what unites us is much more important than what divides us.
You said in symposium something like the green is the new black. Can you expand it a bit?
Well, yes, green is definitely the new black because these days in countries like Estonia or Britain or France, green is everything. So everybody has to be green, companies have to be green, people have to be green, everybody has to recycle.
Yes.
That is powerful, but, and that is very useful, but it's not so simple. It isn't that superficial. Being truly green means that you also have to understand our relationship with nature. Being truly green is not putting white bottles in a bin and green bottles in a bin. That's useful and we're very grateful for that. But you also have to understand that the world is very, very complex. And so being truly green is spending the time to understand those processes. The farmer is not wrong when he complains about the wolf attacking his sheep.
Yes.
The environmentalist is not wrong when he complains that the farmer kills a wolf. Okay? but we always have to find that space, the common space in the middle, to make sure that we can all go ahead without, you know, anger, without understanding each other and understanding that all opinions are important. And I think in Estonia, even though it's a small country, even though it has a difficult history, you have worked very hard to achieve that. And that is an example for the rest of us.
Yes. And you come from Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
And how is the situation, how people, what attitude do they have towards hunters in your homeland?
In my homeland, in Colombia, like in most of the world that is not Estonia, but in you know, there is a very big divide. Because in my country, there's still an awful lot of poverty, lots of problems with drug trafficking, huge problems with political unrest. So the environment becomes not that important. Which is wrong, because the environment should be the most important thing, because it's where we live. But it's very difficult to ask people to do something about something when they don't have food on the table. So it's very, very different. You can't compare, but what I hope is that when we make decisions, as a Colombian, about how we manage our environment, that we will learn something from yours. I think that in Estonia Estonia is like a different planet, right? It's like, you know, I don't know, Jupiter. It's like, no, seriously, yeah. It's like how you deal with it is very different, because here you have dialogue between the different interested sectors. I was surprised when some of your colleagues, or Estonian people I've spoken to, tell me, no, but here things are very bad. And I'm saying, what is bad? You know, you have scientists who are working with conservationists, who are working with environmentalists, who are working with, you know, you are talking between yourselves. In our country, things are, people who have different opinions have forgotten to talk among themselves. And so our countries reflect very much what happens in America and the United States, where people have become so polarized that anything becomes something that divides people. I have no doubt that you have many problems in Estonia. But I also have no doubt, and I have seen how at the very least you talk to each other. That's the beginning. I wish we had that beginning. But yes, our job is to try and create a situation where people can start talking to each other. But people have forgotten that, because around the world there's a lot of politics involved that wants to divide people, because then they can make money or get power through the people that they have divided. You know, the world is not a family. Estonia, in the few days I have had here, yes, you're not the perfect family, but you talk to each other. We have forgotten how to do that, so it's a problem.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You are an example.
Thanks.